Everybody, it's Brian. This is my wife's 2016 Indian Scout. I installed a Bassani short 2-in-1 Road Rage system along with a trask air intake and a Dobeck Fuel controller. She found the volume a little bit too loud for her, so I contacted Bassani and they said that there was a more quiet baffle for it. I've ordered that baffle, it's in, but I think to do the motorcycle justice and to let you see the difference, I've also got a sound meter, and I've got it set up at 1 meter from the motorcycle. This is the same setup that when I was a policeman I used to set up for testing volumes on exhaust systems. Therefore, this is a standard test. We're going to try it out with the standard baffle, and then I'm going to return and show you how to remove the baffle, and then the difference between the two baffles, an inspection of them, and then the sound of the motorcycle with the new silencer baffle, and a comparison that you'll be able to see between the two. Alright, so let's start the test. Okay, what we're looking at now is the new baffle, but what's important to see here is the actual end of it right here. That's a bar, it's a support bar, but it's also a pulling bar. That's what you use to pull the baffle out. On here, there'll be one on here and there'll be one holding the end cap. They're both the same. It's a 12 mil nut and a hex head bolt. I don't know the size, but I do have the proper tools that we're going to need. I don't have a dent puller. A dent puller would be ideal, you know, a dent puller with a hook that could hook in here and then you just bang it out with the dent puller. I don't have one of those, so I'm going to make one, and I'm going to use a pair of vice grips, an adjustable spanner, and my hammer to bang out the baffle to pull it out of the exhaust. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to show you the standard baffle that I've pulled out. Okay, well, here are the two baffles. The one on the right is the new quieter one. The one on the left is the stock original one, but I did put some thicker wrapping on it in an attempt to make it more quiet. I did bring it down 2 dBs to about 89, 90 at idle. It used to be around 92. So we'll see what this one does. I'm kind of confused because I told them what I needed, and it looks like there's a difference in the length of it, but they told me that this is what goes in. So we'll give it a good old-fashioned try, and we'll take a look, and we'll see what the difference is. Looking at them, in addition to the difference in height, is the standard one has got quite a bit of meshing to it. It's got several different places, but the more quiet one is straight through. So I'm kind of confused if this is going to be more quiet. Well, I guess we'll find out. Okay, we're outside. I've managed to get the bike back out. It was raining earlier, that's why I had to stop. I've got the quiet baffle installed. I don't think they should have called it that, considering that we're up 4 dBs at idle. And it would put it illegal at idle. But one thing I did notice is that once you go over 1900 RPMs, it really smooths out and gets really pleasant. It's got the lumpy lump sound of at idle of a of a big bore Harley. That's what it sounds like. It's pretty neat. Okay, so without further ado, here we go, and I'll show you the meter once we get it going. It's idling at around 1150, 1200 RPMs. 11, sometimes it bounces down to 11, but 11 to 1150 is normal. So I've got it warmed up, and we're going to start her up now. Okay, hold on. If you've got kids sleeping, close the door to your office. So there you go. That's what it sounds like with the silent, or they call it the quiet baffle. It's actually louder, but it's a deeper tone, and it has a tendency of mellowing out the engine sooner. With the other unit, Diane found that when she went through the gears, there was sort of like a real staccato, a real rap sound to it. I don't think she's going to hear that when she does it now. She'll probably like this more, even though it's at idle, it's a little bit louder. So the only thing left to do is for her to ride her bike and get her rider feedback, because this is her motorcycle. All right, it's been an awful lot of fun, and hopefully informative.
Okay, at first I thought it was a lot louder, but once I started riding it, it's actually better. It sounds more throaty and smoother, and it's a nice sound. It's like a thumping Harley sound.